Yeah, I hear what you're saying, cuz it's just, I feel like there had to have been a better way to do it. Like, maybe just for this part, like, just for the parts where you have to switch. Like, remember the part where Selphie goes to the missile base and Squall and crew go to the garden? Like, they're so far removed. It's not like here where it's constantly switching. Like, that is one party here, one party there. So there's no reason to have this party semi-junctioned. You know? They could have just automatically transferred. Here, I kind of understand what you're saying, because, like, you're constantly switching, but I don't know. At least have the option, like, hey, would you like to auto-switch? What's the situation? Everyone's dead. We were able to stop the first 2 waves of the attack. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Squall? You took out, like, 6 soldiers. That wasn't a wave of the attack. Where's the rest of the garden? What are they doing? If that was the wave... But our forces aren't looking too good. Many are injured. If they send another wave, I don't think we can hold them. How's your team? I don't know. The guys at the front gate are still holding them off somehow. So, looks like this is it. We're just all dead. This garden has more experienced fighters. On the other hand, most of our troops are students who are still in training. Like Squall said, one more wave and we might be finished. Maybe I should have focused on attacking in the beginning instead of concentrating on our defense. Dude, I said I selected the attack and not the defense. And then Nita was like, what about the defense? And now I'm getting yelled at for not concentrating on defense. Hello? I am this whole game, I keep selecting things and then getting yelled at when my selection was the correct one. I hate it. Why even give me a choice? Why even give me a whole list of options when none of it matters? Cypher is with them, right? You said it yourself, there's no way you can run from him. It's kind of like your destiny to face him. Looks like it's now or never. You've come this far already. What is there to think about? You're not going to run away, are you? Never. There's no way I'm going to run from him. Besides, attacking them might be our only chance. The only problem is, how are we going to board their garden? Say, how about if we crash into their garden? How about if we crash into their garden? I know it sounds crazy, but at least we'll be able to get in. Their pilot's been ramming us all along. I'm sure Nita can do it too. Why does it matter? If they ram us, we can still jump on. We have no choice. Let's do it. Cell just appears. Where's Renoa? Still dying. Sorry, man. There's nothing I can do. There's no way to get to the quad. Those jerks have the air barricaded. Man, the only way we can get to her is by going over the roof or flying there. Well, wait a minute. You just gave up on her, didn't you? Listen, do me a favor. You go help Renoa. You may be too late, but don't give up until you're certain that there's nothing more you can do. I have to lead the attack. I don't care what you have to do or how you feel. Just do it, please, for Renoa. Dr. Katawaki is looking mad. Like, just, she is upset. Listen to Irvine, Squall. She's one of us. What are you waiting for? I can't believe you. Come on, Squall, please. It's gotta be you. You're the one that has to save her. I'll take everyone inside Galbadia Garden. Don't worry, I know the place like the back of my hand. We'll clear a path. Once Squall arrives, we'll move in. Squall, you're forgetting something very important. Okay. Talk to your men, Squall. Encourage them. As their leader, it's your duty. What, now? Are we supposed to be saving Renoa? Let's just talk to everyone for a minute. Sounds like a good idea. You probably don't know, but everyone in this garden looks up to you. They like you. Everybody, this is Squall. How's everyone doing? You're all probably too tired to even stand up after all the fighting. But I want everyone to listen to me. We still have a chance to win, and I need your help. This is going to be our final battle. We're going to attack them before they come in again. You know, like my original idea. That Nita was like, now. To do that, we're going to head straight into their garden. So I want everyone to prepare for a major collision. Take care of all the junior classmen. Oh, like my original idea. Irvine, Quistis, Zell, and Selfie will lead the attack into their garden. As for everyone else, please support them if you can. Seed was formed to fight the sorceress, at least that's what I heard, and Garden was created to train Seed, so this battle is Garden's destiny and also our destiny. That's what I heard. It's a grueling battle, and I'm sure you guys are all exhausted, but I don't want to have any regrets. I don't want anyone to look back and regret this day. Yeah, they were tired. They were sleeping. So just this once, I want you guys to give everything you got, for yourselves and for me. You did great. That was wonderful. Okay, let's bash into them. Yeah, let's do this while Renoa is hanging on for dear life. This is smart. So Renoa's dead. Probably could have saved her if we hadn't rammed, but now that we rammed, she's dead for sure. Oh, yeah, we're in. Ready, guys? You betcha. For me and Selby, this is it for the world. Let's rock. Renoa's new limit break. Hold on. Please help me. Mark is gone. Please help me find him. Dang it. I guess I have no choice. You have a lot of choice, Squall. Like, an insane amount of choice. The amount of choice you have right now. Maybe I should heal. Now that Selfie's gone. Why can't I use magic? Oh, because I'm silent. I thought I was slowed. But that doesn't persist. She's a very patient woman. Hey kid, you alright? Yeah. There's a person waiting for you down the hall. I want you to go over to her, okay? Yeah. Sweet. What a cool thing that was. And now I'm dead. What should I do? That worked. Beep. Whee! Gunblade? Question mark? Now this part is really neat. Like, seeing all the soldiers fight in the background and doing this, like, really cool part here. Yeah, actually epic. They're really trying to show off in this game, you can tell. All the cutscenes are always so epic. It's funny when we both block at the same time. Can't even tell what I'm doing. No. These sound effects. I win! So she's still there, you know. Everything's fine. Over there's the entrance. We're not gonna say anything about what just happened. Run to the left, okay! Here we go! Man, these people sure look a lot more realistic than us. Did we jump into another dimension? Squall! Thank you. It was, don't worry about it. It was my job. We're still under contract, and it was everyone else's idea, too. And I just happened to find you, that's all. So like I said, don't worry about it. You know something? I couldn't afford to fall off that cliff and die. I have something very important that belongs to you. I can't die until I give it back to you, right? Zell gave it to me. See, I've been holding on to it. I'm gonna kill him! That's my favorite ring. You'd better give it back. I'm sure it is. It's a cool-looking ring. What's this monster on it anyway? It's not a monster. It's a lion. Lions are known for their great strength and pride. The great strength and pride. Kind of like you, Squall. Everybody we know and love is currently dying. Every single person we've ever met in our entire lives is currently being killed by the enemy. Just thought you should know that. So this lion of yours, does it have a name? Of course. So that's what you call it. You know, Zell said he'll make me one exactly like it. Who knows, maybe I can become like a lion too. That'd be crazy, huh? I mean, everyone might, you know, get the wrong idea about us. If it's so crazy, why do you sound so delighted? Everyone is trying to get us together. It's so obvious, even I can tell. You sound like you want everyone to get the wrong idea. No. Well, I can hear the sounds of missiles, gunfire, and bloodshed behind us. Perhaps we should get going. Okay. Hold on, I have to junction you. Dying men screaming behind us. Renoa. You're here. Are you alright? Yeah, you know, it's a pretty common thing that, like, these things happen during fights and stuff, and it's easy to say, like, the timing is, like you know, it's strange that they're talking about this now, but in reality, that happens with a lot of video games and movies. I think the big problem I have with this scene is just the timing of everything. Like, it just doesn't feel organized. Like, it's so all over the place. It's not exactly that, like, we can't have a meaningful conversation in the middle of the fight, because that always happens in everything. But it's just all of it is hard to, like, take seriously. The sorceress should be here somewhere. No turning back now. Forget about the past. She's our enemy now. Don't think twice for a second. There's no way we can fight her like that. I, for one, can't. She chose to fight and became our enemy. We choose to fight back. We have no choice. At least I'd like to think so. Seems like I'm the only one confused. We've come this far. I guess there's no need for me to say anything. We're still listening. Squall, we want to know how you feel. This again? I'll tell you later after we all get out of this. Let's go. Good. Interesting choice of music. This is final battle music. For sure. I still actually can't get over that frickin' announcement thing. Like, unironically, that ticks me off. It's like the 5th time now the game has given me an option to pick something and then immediately was like went back on it. It's actually really frustrating. I think they were trying to, like, make you feel like you had a choice, you know, but didn't actually have the capability to make the stuff matter. Which, like, why not? There was the whole date thing in Final Fantasy VII. Can't we have, like, some optional things happen if Squall is a good leader instead of just yelling at me regardless of what I say? I'm sure there's a correct way to choose the options, but I chose, like, what ended up happening and still got yelled at. And that, you know, and then there's, like, I've been nice the whole game, and yet everyone still says I'm mean, and, like, why even have all those options for Squall when the same thing happens anyways? I don't know, it's just annoying. It's like, it gives me just enough to where I feel like I have an option, but I actually don't. Also, yeah, this is a great example of, yet again, this game slowing everything down for some reason. I think just because they had to make the game longer or something, but several times in the game it's like, this is the final battle, and then you get some really long section that's like a maze with calming music. It's just, this game really likes to hype you up and then kind of whiplash you into a boring section. Whoa, this one has Dispel. Yeah, if I remember correctly, we're about to fight the fight that is the most memorable in the game for me, because when I played this game when I was a little bit younger, not when I was a kid, but when I was like a teenager, and then when I played it for the remaster playthrough we did last year, this was the point where I got, like, broken. Like, this is the point of the game where you can just, like, casually break it. Obviously, you can break it way before this. But to me, this is the part where, like, even if you have no idea what you're doing, it's extremely easy to break the game here. Even if you have no idea how the junction system works, it just seems like you can so easily break the game here and become so powerful. Yeah, don't get me wrong, like, this game's broken from the time you turn it on, but when I was playing through it for the first time, I didn't use any of the, the refines. So I didn't know, like, that those were so broken. And so I pretty much went through the game. I mean, it's very easy to get extremely powerful. I mean, I'm already doing 2,500 damage Renzos and can just one-shot anything in the game now because Renzo is so broken. But when I played the game for the remaster, I don't think I ended up getting triple from Odin. So I was still, like, kind of at least somewhat balanced to this point. And then you fight this GF and you become freaking super strong. I'll explain it when we get there. Let's just go. Let's get it over with, you know? Request! We're leaving Cypher up to you now, you know? We don't know what's going on anymore, you know? We just want the old Cypher back, you know? Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad game because of that at all. Although I do think it's kind of a detriment. If the game is too easy to break, you know. But, I don't know, we've talked about this a lot, like, just because a game, you can get really strong in the game doesn't make it bad at all. In fact, many games are balanced around that. Games like Borderlands and stuff. Kind of the whole idea is to get super strong and one-shot everything, because one-shotting things is fun. But I think that this game allows it to happen too quickly, and also the way it happens is, like, not fun. Like, the way you get strong in Borderlands is to, like, get really strong weapons and level up and get your skill trees, and then you become really powerful. Like, the gameplay loop in itself makes you overpowered, right? The gameplay loop in this game makes it harder because you fight things and get experience and level up, and then the enemies get more HP and you don't really get much stronger. But if you play a bunch of the card game or refine a bunch of magic that you're supposed to be holding on to, or items you're supposed to be holding on to, you can then break it and become nonsensically strong. So, like, it's not the gameplay loop itself that makes you strong, it's the other stuff. By taking advantage of the game's mechanics that aren't the gameplay loop, you can then get strong, which is not right, in my opinion. Like, it should at least be, you should be doing the gameplay loop and then get strong. It shouldn't be the card game that makes you invincible, you know? Cypher, he probably thinks he can't go back now. Alright. But I mean, getting rare cards and refining them and becoming super strong and one-shotting bosses is fun. I'm not gonna disagree with that, you know? But it's just, yeah, I feel like it, at the very least, it fails with being a standard RPG. Like, it fails in its mission to be a sequel to 7, you know? I almost feel like it should be not a part of the main series and be like a side game. But it doesn't make it bad. It's still a fun game. I just think it's, you know, a bit more of an unorganized mess. But, you know, like I've said before, it's not the junction system that makes this one of my least favorite Final Fantasies. It's the story and the characters that just don't resonate with me. Because I enjoy the junction system and taking advantage of it and doing super damage and seeing what kind of crazy combinations I can do and putting Squall at low health and Renzoing 1,000 times. Like, all that's fun. Yeah, I think I was the same way at first, Fallen, because I had not played any of the other Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy VII was the first I played. And then I got 8, and I was like, what in the world is this? Yeah, and the world building in this game really doesn't do it for me either. I really love the world that 7 created. I love the idea of, like, the life stream. People dying and becoming the life stream and then supplying the planet. Like, that just really interested me as a kid. I thought it was such a unique concept. And even kind of like, it's cool to think that that could happen in real life too, you know? Like, cool to think of that as a possibility when we die, that we, like, help the planet in some way or whatever. And so, like, I don't know, it just kind of resonated with me, and I thought the world building was really interesting and cool. In this one, it's just like, the world building is almost non-existent. It's more of just the garden and how it works is what it builds for the first 2 discs. We don't even really know how the world works or how, you know, Balam is just a town with people in it, and, you know, Terabia is just another garden, and, you know, I don't really feel the world building as much. I don't even really understand what the war is about as much. I know I'm supposed to, but I don't really even understand why we're fighting or what, you know, it takes so long to even realize, like, what the sorceress's plan is. Yeah, it's not super fantasy either, which when I was a kid, I really wanted fantasy. I read fantasy novels. 7 was very fantasy-like, and this one is much more realistic and rigid. It's like you get a salary, and there's politics and school. Which, again, I can't say this enough. I really didn't want to play video games for school. Like, it just didn't... That idea just did not work for me. I was like, why do I want to be in school? I hope this, you know, leads to a point where, like, we leave school and we hate school. Then I can resonate with this. Please don't kill me. I'm not your enemy. Sturk stormed in during class and just took over the place. Most of the students were kicked out then. You guys came to fight the sorcerers, right? Here, you can have this. I know 2 other students are hiding somewhere. They also have key cards. Okay, I don't care. We're supposed to be fighting the sorcerers. Instead, we're walking around getting key cards. Give me a break. Yeah, and, like, that opening scene of Final Fantasy VII changed my life. It really did. It sounds silly, but it really did. I had not... The most epic game I had played up to that point was Mario 3. So you could just imagine, like, what that opening scene of 7 did for me. Like, I couldn't believe it. That, just watching the opening cutscene hooked me so much. I could not stop playing the game after watching that opening cutscene. I had been taken to like a new world. And I know that sounds like really cliche, but truly, I was taken to another world that, like, I didn't realize video games could do. Finally got Odin. Which is kind of funny, because it's a new enemy and I wanted to draw from it, but it didn't have any good draws anyways. But yeah, I mean, I had not really even understood that video games could be their own worlds with their own stories, you know, and resonate with the real world and teach me things that I didn't know. To me, up to that point, video games were just a distraction. They were just a thing I could press buttons and beep boop, you know, it was just Mario. Like, I had only really played Mario, and Mario is just like, to me, no story. There is a story, but it's, you know, just save the princess. But to me, it was just jump and try not to fall in the pit. That was as deep as it got, you know. And I thought that that's what video games were. I didn't know it could really be anything else. So that opening cutscene, with it showing a character that I didn't even know who she was, like, Who is this Aerith? I don't even know. Like, who's this girl that just was sitting there? Suddenly there's a train and a whole city with multiple levels, and now we're blowing up a reactor. Like, all of that was so foreign to me. I can't even describe how foreign that was to me. It was like this whole new world had been opened up. And I think that if I had played Final Fantasy VIII, if the same thing had happened with Final Fantasy VIII, like I had never played a video game other than Mario, and then I played Final Fantasy VIII, I think that maybe it could have had a similar effect, but not until the scene where they raid the beach, I think. You know, it would have taken me all the way up to that point, to where it would have really hit me. The very beginning, I would have just been like... I mean, I'm sure I would have been impressed by it, but it wouldn't have been the same. I don't think. I do like the opening FMV in 8, but it's not as much of a world building, oh my god, what is that? You know, what kind of journey am I going on here? It's more just Squall and Cypher fighting. Just an action scene, you know? But it is a really cool, like, I like the opening cutscene a lot in this game. I don't want to make it sound like it's bad. It's just not the... I don't think it would have given me the same feeling. I probably would have just thought, like, oh, this game is actually a movie. It's an action movie. Yeah, I like Deathclaw. It's actually Final Fantasy VII enemy. But mate. Well, I don't know. Was Deathclaw in an earlier game? I think it was. But that one looks a lot like the 7 Deathclaw, just bigger. Dang it, this is outside again, isn't it? And I hate this part. All these stupid hallways look the same. I get into a fight, come out, and then I forget where I'm at. I think all these are empty. Maybe I can go through that door now. Oh, there we go. Light maraca shaking. This is the final battle. We have to defeat the sorceress and save all of mankind. Then you're just walking in an ice rink with someone like in the background with a light maraca. Someone in the stands is just shaking a maraca while we're walking around. Excuse me, this is a hockey rink. There's nets. This is an important distinguishing feature. Aggressive, ominous maracas. Oh, they do this like with every event in the game. There's always like a boring part right before things end. Or like right in the middle of the epic thing, there's some boring part. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. I mean, there's some parts in some games where, you know, something's happening, like, oh my god, is this character gonna die? And then suddenly it like takes you out of that and puts you somewhere else. And the whole time you're doing that, you're like on edge thinking what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen. That's when stuff like this works really well. There's a lot of really great examples of that. But here it's just padding. It's just padding. We're not on edge. We're just like, okay, time to fight the sorceress, and then padding. Doesn't have the same effect. I'm trying to think of a good idea, or a good example of that. I feel like there was a game we just played recently that did that, where like this huge revelation happened and we didn't know if this character was gonna live or die, and then suddenly it like switched us over and we were doing something a lot more monotonous, and the whole time we were like on edge wondering what happened. And it was done really, really well. I can't remember what it was though. How's it going, Anto? I've not played Panzer Dragoon, but I know a lot about it. I probably will play it at some point. It's a very well-known story about that game and its remake. I said that I was gonna do pretty much all of the interesting post-game in all of the games, but I don't know if I'll be doing Nemesis. Just because it's a lot of boring grind just to get to a boss that you're gonna like smash because post-game. So I don't know, we'll see. I guess it kind of depends on how long it takes us to get through 10. But it's not really worth the effort. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll decide when we get there. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. HP plus 80%. Wait, that's not brothers. Cover. Yeah, why not? Oh yeah, I haven't checked Angelo's stuff in a while. I mean, I don't really... I don't really care that much. Wasn't this a 2? What is my phone doing? It says I'm getting a call, but it's not, like, giving me a call? That's weird. It's a telemarketer anyways. Sorry, everyone with a Pixel just checked their phone. I apologize. Everyone's like, oh my god, someone's calling me. I remember back when the iPhone was like mega popular and everyone had one. Whenever you'd be in like a store and you'd hear the default iPhone call noise, like half the store would check their phone. I was like, oh, is that me? Now there's enough different phones where it's not as bad. And that stupid AT&T, oh my god. My grandma had that ringtone forever, and I hated it so much. You know, you already know the one I'm talking about. That default AT&T, I think it was AT&T tone, where it's like, you have an incoming call. You have an incoming call. That was the worst. How's it going, pet friend? Isn't there a thing here? Am I crazy? There we go. And then we all broke our legs. It's a really long fall. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna sugarcoat it because we're about to fight that boss that I was talking about earlier. But other than that, let's not sugarcoat it. This part sucks. It's so boring. There's nothing going on. You're not even like running into monsters or anything. Like, remember the part in 10 where you go to home and there's like all the monsters and they like jump out at you and stuff, and there's like people burning, and this is just like empty hallways. It's so boring. I feel like I've given 8 a lot of crap today, so I'm trying not to be so negative, but man, this part is so boring. I feel bad, I've just kind of said negative things all day, but... I mean, okay, I said some positive things. I said that one cutscene with the dudes fighting was cool. You think I should just be honest? Wow. What a thought. Being honest. Aren't they supposed to just say what everyone wants to hear? I'll be honest. It is, like, I'll be brutally honest. It's really hard being honest. Pretty much for the past 13, 14 years, I've been, like, brutally honest about everything. If I dislike a game, I'll say it. If I like a game, I'll say it. I try not to let people determine my opinion, because why am I even here if I'm just repeating everyone else's opinions? Like, you guys want to hear what I think, not what people want me to say. But if I'm being honest, it's kind of hard sometimes, honestly, because like I say I hate 15, and then all the 15 people comment and they're like, "Oh my god, the hate," and like, or I'll play through this and we're going through kind of a bad part, so I just kind of was negative for the majority of this playthrough today because we were going through parts that I didn't like. But then people are like, "Oh my god, this guy just complained for 4 hours." It's like, well, the last 4 hours sucked. What do you want me to say? Just being honest. Yeah, people just want to hear what they think. And that's true for everything. That's why politics are politics. That's why places are biased, because people just want to hear what they want to hear. They don't want to hear the other side and, God forbid, be wrong about something. Hey, that's where Cerberus is supposed to be. Yeah, people just want validation for their opinions. They don't want to open up to new opinions. And that's why I'm trying to be a bit more open and playing all the games. I'm not going to go in with, you know, I'm going to go in with my opinions I have, but I'm going to allow them to be changed if they're changed, you know? And I've read through a lot of the comments about 8 and why people like 8, and I love reading them. I love reading, you know, the people that 8 is like their favorite, why it's their favorite, because it gives me a better understanding, and I hope the same thing happens with 15. I'm I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be really hard on 15. It is my least favorite of the whole series, and I'm gonna make that known when we play it. But I hope that people still comment their opinions on it, because it'll help to kind of show me what I missed, what they got out of it that I didn't, you know. So anyways, this is Cerberus. Like I said before, this is where my casual playthrough when we did the remaster, where I just got like brutally strong and the rest of the game was insanely easy. And there's a couple reasons for that. Let's just take it. Pretty confident. Let's see how you do. So, I think he can be slowed, I forget. Space. Nope. So we can put triple and haste on Rinoa, and then he's gonna cast Berserk on her like a jerk. Ah, she healed him. GF goes on date with you. You win the game. Triple shell. Dispel on him when he triples himself. I think that works. Pretty sure that works. Yep. I like that close-up of his butt to let us know that he's not gonna kill us. Like, don't worry guys, his butt calmed down. Hey, how's it going, Craggle? Couldn't steal. So he has Quake. Shoulda gotten rid of a magic. I also have Fire attack, which is kind of rough. And realize both Squall and Rinoa have it. I should have put the triple back on Rinoa so she could do some damage. Hey, got the steal. Man, Zell, you're so bad. So you can get Quake and Triple, which both junction super well, and then his summon is amazing. It gives everyone double and triple. So like, even if you came into this fight with pretty much nothing, if you draw a bunch of triple, put it on a magic, and then cast Cerberus at the start of a fight, you just win everything forever. But I mean, It's not even that complicated. You could just put triple on Squall and he wins, as we already saw. Can I get rid of? Aw. Jerk. Oh, he silenced all of us. Rip. Holy. Oh shoot, I can't revive him either. Well, rip this. I need someone with item. Okay, see, triple silences. I wonder if Squall could just one-shot him with Renzo. Yeah, I've always said that 8 would be great with a remake just because of how much they could do better. Wait, if you dispel me, does that get rid of my silence? Duh. Just remake all of them, can of worms. Aren't they already kind of doing that with... Oh my god, my eyes. I don't know. I don't know about that. I would have said before, like, well, 9 will never get a remake because the visual style, you know, doesn't really lend itself to a remake. But then it was, like, rumored, so who knows, I guess. I kind of hate the idea of a 9 remake, but... That's where, like, if they remake 9, that's where I'm like, okay, just remake them all at that point. If you're gonna do 9. 9's, like, at the bottom of my list to be remade. Yeah, I mean, why remake 9? What needs to be remade about it? Oh, we need to do this too. Much else to get rid of. There we go. It's not that 9 is perfect, it's just that I don't see what a remake would do for it. Like, what is it about 9 that you're like, yeah, a remake would really do this? Like, what is it gonna do? With 8, it's like, well, the graphics didn't age well. There was a lot that it seemed like they wanted to do, but they couldn't. The world could be built out more. The junction system could be fixed. It feels like 8 has a ton of potential, but didn't reach that potential. So that's where a remake, like, could work. The 7 remake worked because everyone had always dreamed of seeing 7 with, like, super graphics ever since that PS3 tech demo came out. And getting Final Fantasy VII with voice acting and, like, full characters and the story being told to us instead of having to read it all, like, works really well. But, like, what are you getting out of a remake of 9? You get the voice acting, but I've never really wanted to hear Zidane talk. Like, that's not something I'm really in. Like, I want to hear Barrett yell at the wall in anguish, and I want to hear Cloud be really cool, and I want to hear Sephiroth with his crazy mind tricks. Like, all that sounds awesome to be voice acted. But, like, 9, like, there's nothing in particular I want to, like, hear voice acted. I think it's fine just to read. And reading it works well with the art style because it feels like an old story, you know? Yeah, I would pick 6 way before 9. I think 6 has some cool remake opportunities. Now, I know some people are going to be like, oh my god, you can't touch 6. But I'm just saying, like, from the perspective of, like, what we could get out of a remake, 6 could be cool. I'm not really wanting that to happen, but if it did, I wouldn't... You know, I think that could be cool. Zidane voiced by Nicolas Cage. And you know, that was one of the reasons why I thought the Stranger of Paradise thing was a cool idea. Because a remake of Final Fantasy I isn't really something I want to see. Like, at that point, you might as well just make a new game that's similar to Final Fantasy I. Like, what's the point of remaking 1? There's not a lot of juice there, you know? Like, it's just a stereotypical RPG. You have, like... You have some characters, but that's, like, it. But the idea of, like, taking the characters from 1 and putting them in this new environment with, like, an actual story, and then, like, the gameplay is also different, seemed like a cool idea, but now it seems like it's not really about Final Fantasy I, and it just happens to have those characters, but, like, it's a completely new universe. So now I'm not as interested in it. I still think it looks cool. I do want to try it, and I like the gameplay, so... But it's not what I thought it was when they first announced it. Wow, nice cure. That was epic. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I just like the gameplay. I don't know if the story's really going to grab me at all. But I'm willing to give it a shot. The new trailer they showed had some more, like, story to it, and it looked at least semi-interesting. Oops. Well, that just goes to show you, no one should be playing Final Fantasy games with the idea that they're Final Fantasy games. That was your first mistake. If you're playing new Square Enix games, thinking that they're gonna be Final Fantasy games, then you're just setting yourself up for failure. Yeah, I have fire on my weapon, and I forgot to take it off, but I was trying to get the steel. That's why I healed him. Let's go in Soulbeard. I like the junction system, but it kind of ruins the spell system because you don't want to cast your spells. So I agree. There is a world where, like, you have to make a decision to either cast your spells or junction them, which could have been good. Like, oh man, I have to heal, but I don't want to heal because the junction, like, you know, it'll ruin my junction. But unfortunately, the junctions are just too strong. I can use a bunch of my junction spells, and it really doesn't make much of a difference. And it's too easy to draw 100 spells. Like, I can draw 100 spells in 5 minutes, and then I can use 5 of them, and it doesn't really affect my stats at all. So the give and take just isn't there enough, yeah. It'd be better if you could only junction, like, 10. If you had, like, 10 cures, and you could only junction, and you junctioned all 10, and then you had to choose to heal or keep those junctions, like, it could have been a lot more interesting. Dispel. If they made junction spells unusable, maybe. That would get rid of the give and take, but it would also make the whole system not as broken. I don't know, though. I don't think that would really work. Then you just wouldn't use spells at all. I think it would have the opposite effect. You're like, well, fine, I'll just... I'll just attack everything. Can you not? Yo, congrats, Solid. Welcome to the weekend. Final Fantasy VIII has been a bit frustrating today. I'm remembering a lot of my issues I had with the game. We went through a lot of the boring story stuff, and also a lot of the parts where the game seems to give you choice but then doesn't. Final Fantasy VIII Day. Uh-oh. Oh, dice fall. How's it going, Zuko? Yeah, all Final Fantasy games are perfect and have no flaws. You're right. I wish I had still had triple on Renoa's magic. Even if it only had a few, that way when I drew all this, it would get stronger. I think double might be on her magic, actually. Yeah, I think it is. So if I get 100 doubles, she should do some damage. Because I can't do any damage with Squall, I forgot to take fire off. Zell can do damage, but not a lot. I feel like there was something I did to him that made this drawing easier. Like, blinded him, or silenced him, or something. I remember. Doing something, because I don't remember having to heal so much. Maybe, though. Maybe I'm just forgetting. You don't understand how you get limit breaks? It's just when your health is low, so you can get infinite limit breaks. Which is one of the biggest reasons why this game's broken. If you watch earlier, I fought a bunch of Tomberries and I just sat here using Renzokuken for like 45 minutes. Ow. I need to organize things. But like, why even bother? Because then I'm just gonna draw more and it's gonna get disorganized again. Feels like not worth it. Yeah, just stay in yellow health and you'll get it every time. Well, or there's a chance you won't get it, but then you can just hit triangle over and over again until you get it. Like, you'll see when you watch the video when we do the Tomberry thing. I just sat here using Renzokuken the whole time. That's all you have to do. And I also put, near the end of it, I put triple on Squall, and Renzokuken was doing over max damage. And what's worse is that you can force it. It's not even like the enemy has to put you in low health. You can just hit yourself into low health if you really want. Or just enter the battle with low health. Has Zell gotten a single draw this fight? Yo, live stream, thank you for the bits. Oh, nice. 35353. I still like this game, it just has a lot of problems. I say that it's one of my least favorite Final Fantasies, but that's not saying a lot. There's only a few Final Fantasies I dislike. So, if you're one of my least Final Fantasies, there's a good chance... One of my least liked Final Fantasies, there's a good chance I still really like you. There's a good chance you're Final Fantasy 15. Try to silence him. Or blind him. When I criticize, it's probably from a place of love. Yeah. Unless it's 15. No, not poor 15, poor me. How about sleep? Can you go to sleep? Hey, how's it going, Mephisto? I had to play Type 0. We all have problems, pal. I really wonder if I put more time into Type 0 if I would enjoy it. I really dislike the start of the game. And like... But so many people say it's good. Well, not so many people, but some people say it's good. And I want to believe them, but man, the beginning was just so bad. There was nothing that happened in the beginning that made me think I would enjoy it at all in the future if I kept putting time into it, you know? Wow, 1 triple. Kidding me? Hey, oh, that's why I won. Because we're done. Yeah, Octopath Traveler is pretty good. It has a bit of a balance issue because of the way it was created, and some people have told me like they disagree with that, but like I know like my wife played it, and she doesn't play RPGs, and for her it was really confusing that like she would go into a new area and suddenly things would be way higher level because of the way you can collect the characters in the game. So like, from a casual perspective, I feel like it's a bit confusing. I think that people that say it's fine probably just know a lot about RPGs and had an easier time with it. I don't know. But it's a really cool game. Like, I recommend giving it a shot if you're interested in it because it's worth your time to at least try it. The Last Story? No, I don't think I've heard of that. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna be playing that game soon. Air has no effect. Absorbs lightning. Oh, he has like no HP, what the heck? Dang it, he has a ton of defense, that sucks. Or a ton of spirit, and all I can do is magic because I have fire. Whee! I was doing sick. But yeah, there's that game you're talking about that's only on Apple. I believe it's called Fantasia, and Livestream actually donated it, so we're going to be playing it during a fan day next month, probably. I've heard it's really, really good. Can I just use Carbuncle and, like, win? Possible. Darn it. Yeah, I think it does, but like these triple spells, I could reflect. Dang, his spirit's too high. If I use Renzo, will it still have fire? I forget. I think it doesn't. I'm trying to remember. Because I thought we fought a boss before where Renzo got rid of my element. Yo, Witchy, thank you so much for the 14 months. And Bryce, thank you for the 751, by the way. I don't remember if I said thanks for that. Thank you. Oops. I forgot. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, nice. Well, time to put that question to the test. Oh, he triple dispelled us. But he used it on Zell twice for some reason. Yo, Renzo! What you cooking? Remember when bosses had HP? Remember back then? Those were good times. But did you draw Leviathan? I want you guys to know, and I hate to say this because you're probably gonna let it go to your head, you know. You're gonna enjoy this more than you should. But that episode where you all asked me if I drew Leviathan, even though it was blatantly obvious that I did, like half the comments on that video were people asking me if I drew Leviathan. So your meme has extended past the stream and onto YouTube. I had to read like 30 comments of people asking me if I drew Leviathan. Yeah, it's a pretty good meme. I enjoyed it. All right, we are done with Fantathon for today. We're going to be moving on to the Final Fantasy VII Remake, but before we do that, we gotta say goodbye to YouTube. YouTube, thank you so much for watching this edition of Giant Hoover Battle. Hoover versus Hoover. Which one wins? We'll find out next week. I don't enjoy this part of the game much at all. I enjoyed the battle scenes, but that's really like it. I'm struggling right now with the story, but Cerberus is fun, and now we're like totally broken because we have 2 full stacks of triple. So if I do this, Renoa now has 133 magic, and Squall has 149 strength. And especially with Renzo, I can just one-shot whatever I want now. So yeah, we have reached that point where the game is kind of broken. Like, actually broken without any effort. Not like before when it was broken, but you'd have to put effort into it. Now it's broken with no effort. So, yeah. And this is where the game starts to fall apart. But we still have some good stuff coming up. We have the Idea stuff that I've been talking about for a bit that I enjoy. And then we get into the really weird part of the game with the story, and I'm excited to see what you guys think, you know, what your opinions on that part of the story is. I don't really remember as much of it as I should. We just played this game last year, and I don't even remember like half of what happens on disc 3 and 4 because it's weird and it's a lot. So we'll go into it together and see what we think, and I'd love to hear your opinions on stuff as we go. But for now, I just want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episodes of Final Fantathon and Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. We'll see you there. Peace out.